Yes, sir, man. Episode 466. Episode 466 of the Phase on You podcast, man. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for the love and support. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe to all the content. Let's get it with my brother. You already know. Hey, man, right off the gate, Cash Money versus No Limit recap. Let's get to it. I'm happy, but I'm disappointed as well too. It was cut short. Usually verses is about 20 songs. This was about 10 to 12. Before they started, the main thing I focused on was it was Complex Con. And you cannot be late at a Complex Con or a certain event solely because there are other acts and there are other things and events in place. Now, before we even get to the verses, that was my initial problem, bro. I know that you probably couldn't do it in New Orleans. Maybe you have a lot of things going back home could create drama. You never know. But I think it should have been in another venue, another event. They only had about maybe an hour on stage, if that. So I was disappointed in that.
I heard it was short.
Yeah, it was short. It was only 10 to 12 songs, bro. So it was like at the climax of the verses, they was like, it got 4 minutes left. I'm like, bro, what?
I heard Cash Money not having a whole crew there kind of hurt them.
So I'm about to go over that. So since you didn't watch it, just to give you like a recap, Cash Money came out first. Juvenile played 400 Degrees. Then No Limit responded with a record, bro. And to be fair, bro, I really think it was, honestly, looking at it, I could see how people could view it. No Limit had the advantage in that because it was more like what we said, is that if they come out as a team and everybody shows up, then that's technically going to be the side that's going to win. For No Limit, everybody showed up. And with Cash Money, knowing that they have hits, knowing that I'm a stan of Cash Money, I'm going to just keep it a stack, bro. It wasn't complete because you had Wayne that wasn't there for a lot of the songs, which he had the best verse. And when it were Hot Boys like Project Chick, or they had the most memorable verse like Drop It Like It's Hot.
And the fact that he wasn't there kind of messed it up.
That messed everything up, bro.
But he had the after party, something like that.
And it was like an awkward silence as well too, because they didn't even. I don't know why the DJ played a Millie, because if I was playing a Wayne song, I would have played it like Go DJ, Fireman, something that related to the moment as well too. Because Juvenile and Mia X are the MVPs of the night. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Mia X came out there and showed her tail. Juvenile showed his tail. It was really Juvenile technically against No Limit at a point in time. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Because even though that Cash Money is 1-on-1, they had hits. I would say for this, bro, Cash Money had the hits that rung off. But for the presence. Exactly, just simple as that. They had the stage presence, and they had songs that rung off too. Yeah. Like when Chopper Style came on,
I know that went crazy. That had to go crazy.
Boy, when Chopper Style went off, and see, I was excited with Project Bit. I was excited with Drop It Like It's Hot. I was excited with Need a High Girl, but all those songs are a conglomerate. You feel me? Like everybody verse matter.
Wayne said he don't want to perform unless everybody's there. I think Turk is, still upset. I think Birdman said he threw some shots at him at the end. But it just goes to show you how you gotta treat your people, man.
Yeah.
Sure. Even Master P reconciled with his son. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate what happened with his daughter. But, he reconciled with Romeo because he was there. But all the Master P's people, for the most part, still rock with him. Mm-hmm. Birdman out here not paying folks. And so... it's. But I will. Showing up.
So I will give Birdman. Now I don't want to dismiss this. I want to give Birdman and Master P both of their credit, because without them, as far as moguls, bro, we don't know where the music industry is in general. Like, they paved the way not only for the South but for music, as far as deals, as far as impact, etc. So like, to shoot him some bail, he did all of them. He put on. You feel me? So like, I give him that. So.
You gotta treat your people right.
You're right. But also too, like in these certain type of moments, you're absolutely right. This is when it matters.
Yeah, this is when it matters.
Master P versus as far as like Birdman, that's kind of where. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it shows, like literally verbatim, it shows. Like, I'm looking at Master P and all his folks on stage. And I'm looking at you and all your folks not on stage.
Yeah, and it says something.
And we know why it went out on stage. Mm-hmm. To the point, and then you make it worse when you gotta throw little shots at people like Turk at the end of it. and then it makes Turk go online and say, they don't look good. You know what I'm saying?
And it's too much. And I understand, like you have issues between your brothers, but at the end of the day, bro, y'all made millions together. Y'all have been successful together, bro. At some point, y'all got to get over the, you know what I'm saying, the little things, bro. And maybe not little things to other people, but like y'all have to get over that at some point. But it was a good versus, but it was just disappointing because at the climax, when I'm telling you, at the climax of it, they was like, 4 minutes left. When I'm telling you, bro, we were on a roll. Like, we were getting, like, you got to get your roll on, still fly playing. Then you had how you do that, bro, it was going crazy, bro.
They said, man, versus might be cooked.
Yeah, I think, especially.
So now, people have been bringing, it's been on my phone all day. Like, they brought up the old quote. The Jay-Z said nobody.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
But I'm like, this is old. Like, y'all trying I don't think even Jay coming out. I mean Jay-Z versus the people he would have to go to. We'll bring that back. But I don't think I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
You made a great point.
Versus is kind of dead now.
That's a great point.
Like whoever brought that back up is not going to resurrect versus.
To what you said, you're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that. It was nothing but propaganda because we talked about on the podcast before what Jay-Z comments were. This was not new.
This is not new.
They just resurfaced comments.
He said that back when versus was lit.
Exactly.
But versus not really lit like that no more. Exactly. So whoever's bringing this back up is not like
And to your point, bro, I think versus had something so special because it was something so organic and authentic about it, man. And it wasn't like, even though we want the mics to sound good, we want everything to sound good, but everything outside of that is extra for us. We was just there for the entertainment. And I think when you bring other sponsors, we trying to get the bag. Cool.
It didn't need to be
it didn't have to be a complex con at all.
With Dipset,
absolutely,
absolutely. Madison Square Garden had no problem letting those guys. Hey, listen, this is New York. Two of the biggest artists. New York gonna be in the building.
Yep.
It's gonna bring money to the venue.
Even if
we're gonna do this.
Even at that, bro, they could have did it at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Mercedes, I promise you, they would have let y'all in.
That would have been crazy lit, bro.
Or wherever the Pelicans play.
Yeah.
They would. I promise you, they would.
They definitely would. They definitely would.
So I think it's got to get back to just being organic. Like this person versus this person. Go at the 20 song format. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it be what it is.
Yep. At the end of the day, I enjoyed it. It was nostalgic, but I think everything that happened that we said happened. Whoever showed up with all their members was going to be the one who had the edge and the advantage.
Master P had showed a video of him with all these people even before. Right. So he let you know who was pulling up. Like, he already knew. And
I respect all parties, bro. And like I said, if the verses is to still go on, and I will say this honestly, if the verses to still go on, like 20 songs, I do think I would have edged Cash Money in that because they had more hits.
Yeah,
like after 10 and 11, if you told me that this verse would stop at 10 or 12 songs, I would have told you, No Limit got a great shot at winning this easily.
But it wasn't even. Now I think about it, it wasn't even this the Jay-Z thing that was trending. It was what we talking about 50 versus T.I.
It was trending. It was a lot of things that were trending.
Again, I'm just like, listen, man. Unless they do it right, I just don't see how this resurrects. This had a lot of buzz. And if you have the right names, it can happen.
And honestly,
it had a lot of buzz, but you have to do it right.
With this certain stuff, bro, you can't have time restrictions. You can't. Because you remember the verses Keisha Cole showed up an hour late. Then it was still an amazing verse. I know we don't want to wait, but also, too, we got to understand these are artists, these are rappers, these are entertainers. Like, I'm not saying don't give good.
The name, literally, the names alone will always bring the people to come watch.
Yeah, for sure.
But you just it's gotta be organic. You don't want it to be time restricted, like you said, and you don't want tomfoolery. Because I ain't gonna lie, even though it was a viral moment and it made for good clickbait, Omarion versus Mario was some tomfoolery. I was in California. It was BET weekend. I went to the BET party where they came to afterwards. And I know I was hearing about it online. We weren't watching it. We watched it the next day. Fool.
It was a lot going on in that jump.
Omarion sounded horrible. Jeremiah sounded horrible. His brother came out. They started eating watermelon. It was just bad.
That jump, and Ray J and them
Mario kept calling his stuff hits. The songs nobody knew. I was just like, this
playing new songs.
This is Tom.
Yeah, but just
they made it for a moment.
In totality, bro, I don't even know if I had winning. If I was being biased, I'd have said Cash Money because I like the songs better. But if I'm being honest, I would have said No Limit because their presence. Everybody was there.
A lot of people felt like No Limit took it because they had their people with them. Yeah. They had the stage presence. Mm-hmm. Certain songs being played without certain people being there.
It really reminded me of the Locks and Dipset. It really did. Like as far as that energy and having that, but it's just that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Even Jim said
you can tell when sides are just not good.
Yeah, Jim even said when he walked into the arena, Cam had his own little separate joint. Like they already weren't really on the same page. Nah. As far as like whatever. And the Locks is the most loyal group of hip hop. You're not finna beat them if you and your people ain't tight. You know what I'm saying? It's already an uphill battle with their catalog. Now you gotta beat camaraderie. Like,
it's difficult. It's difficult. Hey man, pray for Jamaica, man. Pray for Jamaica. They had a Category 5 Hurricane Melissa that just really wiped out and devastated Jamaica. So prayers to Jamaica. And then also, I just want to say this real quick. We have relief and giving relief to all these different countries and places. Now we have a lot of people from Jamaica, and we love Jamaica here in the U.S. Let's show them the same amount of love and support as we do all these other countries and all these other people we support. And that's just real. I believe that, like, in this type of situation and how society is and how everything is going, we need to support and love on each other. Simple as that. We are all human beings, all walks of life. But I really wanted to make a point to support and show love for them, GoFundMe, all of that. Because when something happens to other different countries that have no business with us, we help them. So do the same for Jamaica, because I didn't even know. I just was knowledgeable about this as far as my demographics. I didn't know Jamaica was that small. Jamaica is tiny, bro. So imagine a Category 5 hitting Jamaica, bro. Yeah. Could wipe the whole island out. So just prayers for Jamaica, because I hate seeing them type of videos, and you just never know when you could be in that situation, bro.
I also want to say pray for the people in Nigeria. It's a small genocide happening in Nigeria. Christians are being killed left and right. Like, they are running up in churches and just shooting people for loving Jesus, and it's sad it's not getting the coverage. I found out about it on TikTok. I was like, what? Like, so pray for everybody in Nigeria as well.
And shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant. I just read up on this, did my research on Pastor Jamal Bryant, but shout out to him. Amazing work, amazing things that he's done. What he said to the congregation as far as don't support and give money to the church right now. It's people out there that need your love and support from the SNAP benefits not being up this upcoming November 1st. So I just love those type of things. Those type of things is what we need to see and congratulate more, because you have a lot of news coming out about different pastors, all that other stuff. Everybody is not the same. Just know that. And it's a lot of good deeds being done out here, and it's a lot of good people out here. But really, shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant for talking to his congregation like that. We as a people, and what people need to understand about church, and I think that gets misconstrued or missed. This is a union. The church is a union. Everybody needs to come together for the greater good of everybody else.
That's what God does. God does His work in the local church. Mm-hmm. People want to watch church online. And I truly hate church online because I'm never focused. I'd rather be in the building. It's not just about the sermon. It's about, the Bible says, do not forsake the fellowship of one another. Mm-hmm. God wants us to be together and come together. A lot of the work that God is doing in the local church. You need to support your local church. Mm-hmm. When you tithe, you're giving so that God's work can be done, so that the church can obviously, keep going, but obviously so that you can do other things that help the community and help spread the word of God. Now, if you're going to a church but you don't see that money being used in that way, then that church is not doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm not just saying just give your money to any church. You want to make sure that church is actually doing the work of the Lord. But definitely make sure you're a part of a church, man. You want to be a part of the body of Christ. You don't just sit at home, because there's somebody there that you need, or that needs you, and you're missing out. Steph Curry met his wife at church, so just for all your husband's at church. Fellowship is important, bro. You at home.
To your point, fellowship is very important. Man, the news that's heard all over. I feel like this news has been everything in the news cycle. Feds did a sweep, boy.
They did a sweep. They packed them up that morning.
Gambling is becoming it's becoming an epidemic, bro. It's becoming a big epidemic. So in this case, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damian Jones, and more arrested in a massive mafia-linked sports rigging and gambling.
I think Gilbert's thing is completely separate.
Let me just give the breakdown on this. This is involving the NBA and multiple other factors and people in the mafia. This is also poker and basketball related. My thing is with this, and before anybody comes out, I don't want to speak into anybody because look, they'll have their day before the judge. But if it is to be true, because right now it's alleged, if it is to be true, my issue with this and with the world is greed.
Yep.
And how much money do you need, especially for these people that are in these places that are in these seats? You already have leverage. How much do you need? And I understand that gambling is an addiction, though. Yep. So I'm not going to dismiss that part. But also, to look at your situation. You feel me? You've been blessed.
$1 million contract.
Blessed. No matter what. As soon as those contracts say M's, you're in a different stratosphere financially, and you're the 1%. And it's becoming disgusting because now you have people that are already leveraged and already have made it, trying to go back and take more and take it. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm taking more money out of, but listen, taking more money out of the pockets that are people that are gambling that are just regular citizens. I'm not just saying just do that, but also y'all are just solely focused on self. Now, Chauncey Billups was related to poker, and y'all know if this to be true, they out here doing the number. You talking about X-ray tables? You talking about communication and coordination,
contact lenses. What?
And y'all out here dealing with the mafia, bro.
They said my man KG was there.
Like y'all dealing with the mafia. Once you get in them type of trouble, ain't no really coming back, bro.
Facts.
It's really not, because they live by a different code. Let that be known. They live by a different code.
To take you out and keep you quiet.
Look here, talk about it. So that I give it a ring to say it's humorous, but at a certain point,
he said my case had nothing to do with theirs. I like what he brought up. I like that he brought up, even though he was joking, that Rachel McNichols reposting him coming out the courtroom saying what he's saying. Like, hold on, because now you're trying to really. I was joking when I said that. You're really trying to paint. You're a journalist. You're really trying to paint a narrative that I told on those guys, and that's not true. And I don't like the fact that you're only showing the NBA players instead of showing the mafia.
I don't agree with that because that's not fair. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you trolling over something so serious and in a matter. What do you think is gonna happen? You can't sit here and troll. And people, honestly, a lot of people think you serious. A lot of people think you trolling as well too. But you can't be mad about the backlash you're getting because you created the backlash and you created the media to respond to you in a certain type of way.
What's being shown, because it's not just the NBA guys that are involved, but the NBA players are the guys that are being shown. It's like, how come we're not showing any of these high profile mafia guys? Why aren't their faces in the news? Why is it only the blacks?
Because guess what? To be fair, y'all are popular. Y'all are the ones on the TV screens all the time. Y'all are the ones always out in the open. I agree with that. They released the names, but guess what? When dealing with all this mafia talk, who gonna be bold enough to do that? Now let's really keep it real, cause you know daggone well.
The FBI should.
I'm not saying
the Feds should.
They did. Hugh, you're not listening or understanding. When you do research, the names are there. They're going to plaster propaganda on these screens and everywhere about these main players because we know them. You gotta understand that too. All of this media is propaganda. It's for you to click on it. It's for you to try to have information on it. They're not gonna release those names. I mean, they're not gonna put them on front page because guess what? They wouldn't be front page if these entities in the NBA wasn't there. We wouldn't be talking about it. It would be just something that whatever. It is what it is. You got Gilbert Arenas, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damian Jones. It's people that we know.
In jail for something like this.
Come on now.
I mean, what Kawhi got going on ain't gambling, but it's greed. It's just as egregious. Adam Silver's in a world of trouble because now the feds are asking to speak to him. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Adam Silver as well as a commish. You know, He's messed up this whole streaming thing. He's messed up the All-Star Weekend. I mean, the players help, but he's messed up All-Star Weekend. He's, there's commercials all over. There's like gambling everywhere, and there's ads all over the court and all over the jersey. It's just, and then you clear Terry Rozier to play. So now you look funny. Now the fans wants to talk to you. Like Adam Silver's in a world of trouble.
He is.
Got the NBA looking.
He is.
Looking really bad because this gambling thing has gotten really out of control.
And you made a great point. He was investigated and cleared from that, and now the feds did a sweep. So now guess who's next to be investigated?
They're looking at you like, what did you have? Are you involved? Were you paying guys on the table? What's going on over here? Like, so it just goes to show you this stuff has gotten out of hand, and we got to pull back on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Pull the plug on a lot of this stuff.
I completely agree, bro.
It's just it's getting way out of hand.
Man, I'm sad. I'm sad to report this news right here, though. I really am. But Cameron sues J. Cole over the Ready 24 verse.
Yeah,
Cam wanted allegedly a verse for verse situation, or he wanted to feature on his podcast or show. Is what it is. It's unfortunate when you hear certain things like that, but only thing, like, the lesson out of this is just, at the end of the day, pay what you owe. Like, nobody's above it. We don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
But just in this situation, because it seems like it's very uncharacteristic of J. Cole. Yeah. But you never know. You never know what's happening behind closed doors. You just never know in general. But
Cam might have felt like he just kept getting the runaround.
Yeah, exactly. So
at a certain point,
if a song was recorded in 2022, and
I did see in Tidal, Cam is credited as a writer on Tidal.
What you mean? I don't think
he was one of the things I read. It was saying that Cam is frustrated that he's not accredited on the song, but he is. But maybe it's also just compensation.
I think it was either compensation or just you just giving me the runaround for 3+ years, and it was alleged that J. Cole denied both of these. As far as like going verse for verse, or doing the feature in the podcast, or just not responsive. So it's like, what do you do in those type of situations? And we would want Cameron to, everybody would be keep it real. Why would you do that, Cameron? But also, it's like, I kind of get it. I get it. Because it's business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I think those guys got a close enough relationship that they can figure this out. Because the last thing any of us thought was that none of us knew Cam and J. Cole were like close like that. None of us knew that. Like, because Cam was on J. Cole's not last album. Well, he wasn't his last album, but the album before that. And then he was back on this album. So it's like when you got more than one collab together, you kind of like there's a certain kind of like relationship you got with a guy. Like so none of us knew that him and Cam would fly like that. So I think a conversation can be had. I think so too. I hope and pray it doesn't go fully into court. I don't see it going fully into court. I think a conversation is going to get had, and this is going to get worked out. Yeah,
it also is just important to not sever any type of relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also communicate. That's important too. I think that their situation is just lack of communication. And if somebody's reaching out to you for something that they've done, just compensate them and keep it moving, or figure that out in any type of way. That situation was just crazy. Sticking on music, Chris Brown versus Kevin McCall again. If y'all, I don't feel bad for you youngins that don't know, Chris Brown and Kevin McCall have a history. They made great music together, so it's unfortunate that we can't get that. But I see it a lot from Chris Brown's lens and about how Kevin McCall is.
He burnt those bridges.
He's burnt those bridges
10 years ago, man.
So it's like, first of all, we always say, and it may cliches may be, the same way you treat people on the way up should be the same way you treat people on the way down. Because guess what? If Kevin McCall is not in the best financial situation, he had a lot of things going on in domestic abuse claims in regards to with his kids and his baby mother.
And he blew all that money.
And you blew all that $8 You can't hold anybody else accountable for your actions. So recently he got in the podcast interview. He's talented. We give him that. But with the antics and stuff like that, bro, cut it out. Cut it out. Because nobody owe you anything. And when you talk about people, expect a response. And I see people saying, because he has a song that's surfacing right now, like Kevin McCall, he still got it. I can hear Chris Brown in this song. Cool. But just know that it would never be another Chris Brown at all. And just know that Chris Brown was always good without Kevin McCall. So for that messaging to go out there and for you to continue that messaging, you're burning bridges because Young Thug, after he seen your interview, solid. He reached out like I'll help you out. Cool.
This is what I know. This is my only issue. I don't know why he thought he could speak for Chris.
Yes, you're right in that aspect. But I respect
you, Chris Brown is not
correct.
That he's not doing that.
But I respect the Young Thug for the attempt. The reason why I say you don't burn those bridges is to what you're saying. You know, you spoke for Chris Brown, but guess what? He burnt that bridge with him, and Chris Brown is one-on-one.
One of the pettiest people.
You know what I'm saying? He is, but also he's one-on-one. Yeah. You think you can come up in the industry, in the entertainment world, and not have some type of relationship with Chris Brown? You're absolutely wrong. Because guess what? every time you see Chris Brown's name, you see somebody charting. So,
and he's a very genuine dude. Like, he's helped a lot of artists.
Absolutely.
Of just being like,
he helped him.
Yeah, he helped them. Like, he's always said. I remember when I was being canceled. People view him as the most accessible superstar. Mm-hmm. You know, because you only see, like, if you're Rihanna, you probably only see Rihanna being featured on certain people's records. Mm-hmm. Chris Brown, I feel like he has a record on a smaller artists, bigger artists, medium, like. Because he remembers the time when he was at his lowest, going through what he was going through. There was the time where he felt like he probably wasn't going to be able to do this no more. So that's why he's so accessible. He's like, he don't got a problem doing songs with certain people. Mm-hmm. Seven Streeter, she talked about when she first met him. We were in some studio, we were writing, and he just happened to be in the studio next to us. She asked, like, can we write with you guys? He was like, oh yeah, like give us like 30 minutes, we can start writing together. And so they sitting in their room. He actually came back. We about to start. Like, he actually came back and got us to go do it. Like, so like the fact that I don't like he wouldn't have had a problem, helping Buddy and doing doing music with you. But when you burn that bridge, start talking about folks the way you was talking about them all 10 years ago, you come up now, it's like, no, man, you can't walk across the burnt bridge. I don't feel bad for Kevin McCall. Absolutely. Because he did all this to himself. And I don't blame Chris Brown for not wanting to.
And also, how I see this situation, like, in similarity, it's totally different. But it's similar to the Jay-Z Dame thing. It's like, bro, like, I don't owe you anything at the end of the day. Yes, we've had time together, we have history together, but you think you can just talk to me and talk about me any type of way and, oh yeah, I have to look out for you. No, I don't.
You can talk about me, my life. Like, what are we talking about? I don't know.
Bro, life is all about relationship building.
Yeah, like, Jay doesn't have, like you said, you can talk about my family and myself for years. Like, I don't have to reach out.
And Kevin McCall lost his mind. I don't think you remember when Royalty was first born. That's who he dissed. That's who he was talking trash about. Yeah. And there's no coming back after you say anything about my kids.
And he said something about his own child. Nope. That's why he can't see his own kids now. Like, he did a lot of this stuff
exactly.
himself. So I mean, I pray for dude, and I hope things get better. But I don't feel bad about this.
But don't get on no damn podcast and start crying.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at Chris Brown for not wanting to reach out. Like,
no, he's not obligated to do none of that.
That's the only thing I was like, Young Thug, why you can't speak for Chris? I don't think you understand, because I think Young Thug walked it back.
He did. He walked it back. He walked it back real quick.
Like, bro, I don't think you realize the damage.
Because Chris Brown don't play that.
Yeah, I don't think you realize the damage.
You gonna have to stand on that.
Yeah.
Because Young Thug would have severed a bridge right there. He would have burnt the bridge with Chris. And honestly, random as may be, Chris and Young Thug got one of the best tapes of this last decade, bro.
They really do.
That tape right there is slept on. That's slept on. I will say that. But moving forward, man, young man going viral for dressing up for a Sky Zone interview. A lot of people were clowning him, bro. This got me upset. Because it's like, bro, what's the disconnect going on?
Yeah,
this young man did an amazing thing. Because at the end of the day, your professionalism, how you treat people, how you look,
how you carry
yourself, all of those things matter, especially when you're going in a job interview.
Somebody in his house taught him
very well.
Someone in his house taught him well.
You can't go into no job interview dressed casual or dressed.
I don't care if you going to work at McDonald's or apply to be.
It doesn't matter.
You go show your best. You trying to get hired.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Trying to get hired.
Absolutely. It's a certain level. It's a certain level of professionalism and code switching you need to have. I don't care what environment you in. You need to know when to turn it on and turn it off. You can't wear sweats to no interview. You can't wear no casual wear to the interview.
No.
You come prepared for the interview.
You put on a suit or a button up with something. You put on something.
Absolutely,
man. I'm not mad at that at all. That's insane.
I think this is a life lesson for many out there who think, life is a game. Like, bro, it's a difference between, and I had to teach them formal and informal. How you talk to people is going to go a long way. You can't talk to people or talk to a job or talk to an employee or talk to your boss the same way you would talk to your friend.
Even with sending emails, you can't send an email the same way you would send a text message.
Oh my goodness!
There's one thing I've learned from working my business is how to send emails, like how to word them certain ways. Mm-hmm. You don't email people the same way you send a text message. It's not a text message.
Absolutely not.
It's just not. And you can do it from your phone. Mm-hmm. It's not a text message.
Absolutely not. And what the problem is too nowadays, bro, it's a lack of respect nowadays. Like, I just talked about how I never in my life seen kids, students, none of that when we were younger disrespecting their elders or teachers how I see now. Cursing at teachers, nasty. Yeah, we maybe seen it every now and then, but to this extent, no, bro. Absolutely not. And specifically for a job interview, all that slang and how you talking, you got to come correct. You got to come correct. I don't care what job it is. It doesn't matter. You have to come correct and come professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the real world is not going to show you no cut cards.
Nope.
Not at all, bruh.
And there's always someone else that wants the job.
And if especially you want a career job, walk in there with something that's not dress casual. See what happens.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's my 2 cents on it. I didn't see it, but it's just like that just sounds nuts to be made fun of for that. Like, you went to go get a job. Shout out to him. Facts. I hope he got hired too.
Facts, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. If y'all have in his socials, man, I definitely would love to support this young man for real.
Yeah, I hope he got hired.
Cause that's dope, man. That's dope. That's one thing nobody should ever do is job shame.
Was he a teenager?
Everybody trying to get it. Yeah, he was a teenager. Man, yep, and then you joning on him about.
Man, I hope he got hired.
Yeah, I hope he got hired too. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Women flexes her wedding ring. This was refreshing. Refreshing. Funny. Women flexes her wedding ring to her friends.
Ooh, they mad at her in the comments.
Man, and look here. Every woman that's out here trying to find a good man and trying to be in a relationship and try to get married, they're not a pick me, bro. That's what blows me. Just because you have women out here. You have women out here that actually want to support and love on their man and care for their man.
What's wrong with that? Why does that make you a pick me because you want to reciprocate?
I can't. I don't like that. We want to be a pick me. Not everybody wants to just be tricked on, and not everybody wants to just be have a financially abuse over their head.
And not everybody is delusional. Like Summer Walker, who talking about she just doesn't want to date men. She just wants to get men to provide. Man, like, you have 3 kids. Like,
look
what are you
here.
talking about?
Besides the point. Woman flexes her wedding ring to her friends after her friends advise her to pay for paying for dates, not to clean, not to cook.
I know that's right.
Facts.
Queen, you better pack your man some love.
Facts, bro.
What?
Like, come on, bro. Like, that was so refreshing to see because we live in a time where it is totally different. Man. It's totally different with women's perspectives nowadays. And shout out to the woman I have a great woman. I'm married. I have a great woman. But shout out to the women that have that same type of ideology because we're losing it in society. Like, I don't understand why it's just like uncommon. Okay, clean, do the dishes, all cool. I believe everybody in the house, like the man and the woman, should do both. But also, don't chastise the woman for doing that for her man. Cooking for him, cleaning, doing the dishes, paying for dates. Like, it is about union.
It's a union. It's a partnership.
Not one-sided. Not I pay and do everything for you. Not I financially abuse you and thinking you can do everything. Not I trick on you. This is a relationship.
No relationship can go further if it lets 2 people work at it. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. It could be a teacher-student. It could be brother, sister, it could be friend, it could be man and woman. No relationship can go further unless 2 people work at it.
And I'm lost, to be honest, bro, I'm lost of why y'all want the responsibility to be on solely one person. Because guess what that harbors? No matter who it is on either side, it harbors resentment. oh, I'm always doing this for, they can't do nothing for me. Oh, they always doing something for me, but they never want me to do something. That is going to be a resentment. And guess what? That's not a union. That is all based off of lust or either financial or financial.
That's leeching.
That's just call it what it is. It's nothing but leeching, bro. And we shouldn't continue to support and continue to push that message out there that leeching and that tricking and all these things are good, bro. Yes, take care of your woman. Take care of the person that you're with. But
shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man. That video made me so happy, bro. Yeah. Because you do have people out here, you have women out here that actually want to be in a relationship, actually love.
That woman wanted to be his wife.
You know what I'm saying? Want to be loved on, wanted to be a wife.
She flexed that she's a wife. She about to be like, yo, that's what, like, yeah. Right. Man, what? Now they be feel good.
Because respectfully, all her friends that telling her advice, all them single, or all them dealing with people that are not treating them well, or maybe even cheating on them. And that's just the reality of it, bro. For real. And the same goes for men out here, bro. The same goes for men. Settle down.
She did all the things you're supposed to do.
You feel me? Like, at a certain point in time too, bro, like, I'm not saying it's a certain time period in which you should get married or settle down, but it is a certain period of time where you have to grow up. It is. It's a certain point in time you have to grow up. There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm not saying that. When you find your person, you find your person. But your ideologies and the things that you bring to that relationship is very important, bro. It's very important.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her family. Shout out to her parents.
I pray
all
for
that.
A long union.
Absolutely.
Shout out to her husband. I pray for a fiance. I pray for a long union, long and blessed union.
Mm-hmm. For sure, bro.
That brought me joy.
Man, it dreads me to talk about this, but we got to do it. NFL Week 8 recap. Let's just start with our Washington Commanders, bro. It's not our year, and there's no excuse. We have injuries, and for that last game, blaming the defense, I'm going to just be real with y'all. Y'all don't watch football. Y'all don't know football. I'm not solely going to just continue to blame the defense. If you get 2 to 3 turnovers against one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play in the first 2 possessions and you don't score, then I don't know how do you expect to win?
One of them we got hold. That was the first down.
I get it, though, but also, too.
But the rest of them,
you have 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions on Patrick Mahomes, and you do not convert off of those turnovers. You ain't got nobody else to blame but yourself.
Points. Like none.
And we were 7-7 at halftime. So you're gonna blame the defense, but you gonna blame the defense for that? You can't blame the defense for that. It's 7-7 at the half. Yes.
I blame the defense for the switching scheme because we were playing man and it was working, and we came out and played zone and we're horrible at zone. He diced us up.
I get it. Our defense is very inconsistent, but at some point in time,
I blame the switching scheme. What we did was working, and clearly, they made adjustments, but like we were playing man. We should have continued to play man. It was working. It was working to our but yes, I mean, Mariota aside, I don't blame Mariota played well.
He played well.
Mariota played well, but it's just certain, like, our play calling. I mean, our run game is not what it's supposed to be. But I do feel like there were certain spots where we could have ran the ball on those 3rd and 2s and 4th and 2s. I don't see why we had to go shotgun and throw the ball. We could have gotten 2 yards. Boy. We could have picked up 2 yards. Goodness.
We lost to the Bears the same way. It's 4th and 2, and y'all running a shotgun play. Cliff Kingsbury,
throw the ball.
I need you to start speaking up in the media. If you are, I haven't heard it yet, and you need to start taking blame. We had a very successful season last year. Good. That's in the past now. We're in the present.
And the drops have to.
We're in the present, bro.
Oh my God.
4th and 2, 4th and 1. Before these last 2 games, we were leading the lead in rushing. Stick to the gun. Stick to what you know. Why are you running a fly on 4th and 2?
Run the ball.
Oh
4th
my
and 2.
God,
trying to get this drive going. 4th and 2.
Mercy.
But
getting on my nerves, bro.
I can't stand our defense because our scheme is bad because 1, they just spreading us out. 2, no one knows their responsibility in coverage. And I'm seeing it week after week after week. Guys are wide open.
Wide open.
No, zones have holes in them. Yes, you're supposed to get to the quarterback before they can find the hole in the zone. Our pass rush is not getting there. We got guys hurt. I get all that, but nobody should be that wide open. And every week, somebody is super wide open because somebody's either not doing their job or somebody's trying to do someone else's job. And I'm like, why doesn't anyone know their job? Like on the touchdown or the 4th down to Kareem Hunt, all you had to do was slide over to cover Kareem Hunt. And he's just standing there. And it's like, why doesn't anyone know their job? Why doesn't anyone know what they're supposed to do? Why does no one communicate? Why does no one know their role? Like, it's frustrating to watch every week.
And to that very point, to be very transparent,
and then you got the guys out there like you have to change this defense up because Wagner cannot be.
But my thing is to be very transparent. It go hand in hand, like what you just was about to say. It go hand in hand. You're absolutely right because guess what? The players you had to play. Yes, the coaches had to scheme it up, and it's hand in hand.
And but they had other guys in there.
We can't keep blaming the coaches too.
Yeah, you can't keep putting Bobby Wagner out there. Because the scheme calls for him to be in coverage on certain players. Mm-hmm. Teams are exploiting it, and it looks bad. It makes him look bad because he is truly, at his age, one of the top. He's second in the league in tackles. He is truly one of the best backers in the league.
I don't know.
He's not a passing. He's not a covering linebacker. He's just not anymore.
As far as the other games in the league right now, I don't know what's going on this year. You got Indiana that's 6-1. They doing an amazing job. Shout out to Danny Dimes, JT.
I can't believe it. Don Gates.
Man, boy, they are cooking. It's some teams that are out here impressive, but all I said from the beginning and get go, bro, we're gonna have somebody in that Super Bowl that we haven't seen in a long time. I can just tell. Yeah, I can just tell, bro.
Good. I can see.
Detroit looks good. The Lions look good.
I can see Detroit Super Bowl.
Who's another? I think it's another 6-1 or 5-1 team. Wow,
Philly,
am I drawing the blank?
Philly's the offense. I mean, they're clicking right
now.
But
Philly is like they clicking, but you can see a little holes within their game a little bit. But they still, they the champions. They still doing what they got to do. It's a team. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on this team. Broncos. That's who it is. Broncos are killing. They done beat everybody in the NFC East but us. And if we continue to be injured, it ain't gonna be that hard. Yeah. Man. It's just a lot of the injuries are destroying the game right now. As far as the other games, bro, it was a good weekend. But like a lot of these teams are surprising.
Fantasy wins.
A lot of these teams are surprising, bro. I done got some parlay wins too out here.
The Jets got to win.
Yeah, the Jets got to win.
Breece Hall finally gave me some points.
For real.
30 of them too.
They ain't using him correctly. They definitely not using him correctly.
Listen, man.
All right, before we get out of here.
Start.
Let's get to this. Before we get out of here, we've had a similar question, but it's a little different. I tweaked it a little bit. But would you rather? Would you rather relive your favorite day forever, or what does that say? Or
have no bad days ever?
Yeah. So, would you rather have no bad days ever, or live your favorite day forever?
Is that the same?
Nah. So you live your favorite day forever, or you never ever have a bad day. So would you rather live your favorite day forever or never have a bad day? I'm choosing.
I guess never have a bad day. So I know the days will be different.
I'm about to say I'm choosing never had a bad day.
Same day every day. At some point, this
I was about to say the repetitiveness of living my favorite day.
This will no longer be. Exciting.
But you know how much of a blessing of never having a bad day would be.
Yeah. But the devil advocate point was that I was going to be like, well, we need
bad days too. Yeah.
Good days, but.
That's a good point.
At least the days will be different. So I need that. I need different days. So
I ain't even think about that. You do need bad days for real. Honestly, because it's a learning lesson. Yeah. Imagine if you'd never had a bad day, bro. We wouldn't learn anything. We would be too egotistical and prideful in our own minds if we never had a bad day.
True.
That's true, man. Another amazing episode of the Phase of You podcast, episode 466. Man, much love. We out of here, yes sir.
Yes sir.